Ladies and gentlemen, Tea Time with Tommy Pro Wrestling is back. Tommy Lee, Norbz Cabrera, we're gonna bring it.
Music got the best in me. Ever since I was a child. Now it's showing its ugly face. What can I do?
Welcome, everyone. We are back, and look who's with me, Norbz Cabrera. It's been a long off season for Norbz because I was doing pro soccer with Akeem and Naz, but now we are back. Pro wrestling is back officially on Tea Time with Tommy. Norbz, it's good to see you. How have you been, man?
Pretty good, man. It's been a very, very busy summer and very busy for wrestling, for all sports this summer. So it's been great. It's been highly entertaining, whatever we watch.
Well, hey, you know what, Norbz? I am glad to have you back. And Tea Time, Tommy viewers, we are finally back with Tea Time with Tommy Pro Wrestling. We put it to the side. Norbz was very sad about it, but now we are bringing it back, guys. So we're going to try to get more guests. If any of us contact, we're going to get more guests on and do more AEW Dynamite post-match. So let's go. All right, finally, Norbz, let's do this. Missed you, bro. Here we go, guys. AEW post-match questions. Question number one, of course, was this past Wednesday, Norbz. Main event, Blood and Guts, Team AEW versus Team Elite. What did you think about that match?
Well, once again, Blood and Guts, they had their first one last year. So it's their annual, AEW episode of Blood and Guts, where the match is basically like War Games in WCW. So it's basically almost the same rules as the War Games type match, double ring, double cage. It starts off with two guys, and then the ring keeps filling up with the competitors up until everyone gets into the ring, and then the Blood and Guts match begins, and you win by submission or surrender, just like the WCW old War Games that they've used to have. This was a really, really wild match. I can't believe this was probably, I think, 5 to 10 times to me much more more dangerous, more conniving, more sadistic than the one last year. And I think that to me, it was just wild. You got Team Elite with Matthew Nicholas Jackson, with Hangman Adam Page, Okada and Jack Perry taking on Mark Briscoe, Darby Allin, The Acclaim, and what is that other one? Help me out here, my friend. I'm just so excited. The AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland.
How can you forget Swerve Strickland?
Yes, my apologies to Prince Nana.
Whose house?
Swerve. Yeah, I completely forgot whose house it was. It was a wild match. Like, everything was thrown into this match. From power staplers to tables, chairs. Unfortunately, no ladders, but all the way to Darby Allin putting Jack Perry into the fence, handcuffed, against his own will, and dousing that gasoline full of tin on his face, and Darby was threatening to put Jack Perry on fire, and Matthew Jackson just had to stop him, and Darby Allin threatened Jack Perry to have a title match at All In, the pay-per-view that's coming up next August. He was threatening for a title match with Jack Perry, and Matthew Jackson just gave in and just surrendered to the match. I think it was wild, absolutely wild. 5 to 10 times better than last year. It's incredible. I can't even say. I can't put it into words there's just so much like brutality back and forth in that match. It was highly like insane.
Yeah, like real quickly, man, I knew that he wouldn't light them on fire. Like this isn't ECW, right? Norbs were back in the day, each other on fire. So I don't
Way worse than
know
ECW.
if the network that's showing AEW would have allowed Jack Perry burning on fire on live television. That would not have been good. And correct me if I'm wrong, but kids are watching this too, right? So I mean, it's like a family event, AEW. So I don't think Tony Khan would allow him to burn on fire. So of course, thankfully, his member there, one of the, I don't know if it was Nicholas or Matthew Jackson helped, said no, don't do it. So interesting to see what's going to happen next Wednesday. Now Perry must be really cheesed at the Jackson right now for making him for quitting on behalf of Matthew Perry. So hey, it was a great main event.
Yeah, Matt Jackson.
Oh my goodness.
You are mixing up the names, my friend.
So sorry, T-Time. Jack Perry. I apologize.
Jack
Mr.
Perry.
Jack Perry.
The scapegoat Jack Perry.
Oh my goodness. All right. Yes, let's discuss off. Yeah, Jack Perry. But great main event, none until last. All right. Let's go to quite well answered there, Norbs. Let's go to question number 2, AW from the last post match, Blood and Guts. Britt Baker versus Mercedes Moné, aka CEO. Well, it wasn't really okay. It was an altercation that happened. It was actually Britt Baker versus Hikaru Shida, and then Britt Baker won the match, and then some. Just say you can go ahead, North. Tell the viewers what happened.
The fallout. Yeah, it was hard fought victory for Dr. Britt Baker DMD against former AEW Women's World Champion Hikaru Shida. I mean, these two had a lot of history together since the inception of AEW, since it's when it first started, and Dr. Britt Baker won that match hard fought, fair and square. I mean, like her feud with Mercedes Moné right now is a lead into they're all in supposedly the All In pay-per-view match coming up in August 25th in Wembley Stadium in London. So this was a lead-in. This was part of their feud. It's been boiling for a few weeks now since Dr. Britt came back from a long hiatus. She was injured for quite a while. So Mercedes Moné, while Dr. Britt has been away, she is now the TBS champion. She won the New Japan's Women's Strong Championship as well. So she's riding high into this life in AEW now since coming out of the scene. So Dr. Britt, ever since coming back, she's hell bent on becoming a champion again because after a long hiatus, she's been very high with the fans, very popular, gets a loud pop every time she comes out there. So this is her opportunity for Dr. Britt to get her championship status back, get back up in the ladder, and become the dominant woman in the company. So yeah, I mean, this was the fallout after the match was Mercedes Moné coming out and surprisingly introduces her insurance policy by the name of Camille. She's a former NWA Women's World Champion, and she's unbelievable. Like she's like one of those hottest free agents in the wrestling world. I mean, you have Tessa Blanchard is also a very dominant female, but Camille, for some of you that have never heard of her, she's one of the longest reigning NWA Women's World Champions. So, coming into AEW is a perfect opportunity for her to get her footing in the company. So, yeah, this was a big surprise to everyone for Camille to come out and attack Dr. Britt. So again, this feud between Moné and Baker has been a lead-in, and now that this insurance policy comes out of nowhere and to surprise Dr. Britt and everyone, I think this feud just becomes more interesting more often than not. So this entire thing has just got a lot more wild, a lot more insane, a lot more crazy.
Absolutely. Well put, Norbs. I can't put it much better. Yeah, Camille seems to be the hottest hottest, one of the hottest free agents right now, individually. Yeah, this is why, like, hey, it's great to get to watch indie wrestling if Norbs, yourself, and all the Tea Time viewers watching, because these are up and comers who can just bam in a year or two appear in the pros. Just like we interviewed Mariah May Norbs in the past and Melanie Keith, they're both in AEW. So go figure.
And now she's facing Tony Storm coming up in All In.
We got a good old Mariah May on Tea Time in the past. Maybe I'll put some of those clips out on social media for people to watch.
Yeah.
Is it Melanie Keith? Is that his name?
Bounty Keith, yeah.
Yeah, he was he came on our show 3 times. I think he on Tea Time in the past. He came on 3 times. Brian
Keith, the bounty hunter. Like, he's
such a nice guy.
We had so much history with this show with
it'd be great to get these two back. Mariah May and Bounty Keith. But I think AEW media will not allow that because my goodness, we're not TSN or Sportsnet or ESPN.
We gotta ask permission to like Tony Schiavone or whoever the producers of the show.
Hey, we'll just keep growing indie wrestling together, Norbs, and then hopefully one day we'll smash 1 million subscribers, and then hopefully these indie wrestlers will give us a favor back. Probably not, but who knows? I'm sure they will. I'm sure Melanie Keith Mariah will come back someday, hopefully, on Tea Time. All right, here we go. Norb's third last question is MJF versus Will Ospreay altercation. So what happened was, I guess, Norbs, you're the pro wrestling extraordinaire for Tea Time. MJF illegally won and took the match 30 seconds or something. And then now Will Ospreay wants his title back. But please explain to the Tea Time viewers what you thought of that altercation on Dynamite.
Well, first of all, it wasn't a 30-second match for the international championship.
So you're pro wrestling.
It lasted almost an hour. 50. Well, what is it now? 59 minutes and 58 seconds. The match I was busy doing between those two was epic.
I was too busy doing pro soccer. So you're the wrestling extraordinaire. My fault. My fault.
Yeah, I mean the altercation last time on Dynamite was absolutely insane. I mean these two like superstars. I call them superstars. WWE calls their people superstars, but everyone's a superstar in wrestling. But I just thought that like this feud between MJF and Will Ospreay is just the very beginning. I do think that these two are the big draws in the company right now when it comes to match flow, energy, style, craziness, and their craft is just amazing. Like their storytelling is just top notch. MJF is a good storyteller, as you know. Like he's back to being his old self. He was kind of like a heel face a few months ago, and then he returned, and just went back to his old self. So MJF took the international championship from Ospreay, and Will Ospreay is hell bent on succeeding in his rematch at All In to get his title back. And there was a major twist in this feud because MJF changed the title name of the international championship to the American Championship for some odd reason. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if it has something to do with the election coming up in the United States, but I have no idea what the heck's going on.
The land of milk and honey, the U.S. North,
Yeah, I mean, like, because MJF claims that international fans is not worthy of the presence of MJF, so he just converted the title to the American Championship. I think they're just copying WWE here from top to bottom. But they're
trying.
They're trying so bad. They're trying so bad because Tony Khan loves to I don't know, just make comments about WWE and make some remarks that doesn't even make sense. But anyway, going back to the feud, Will Ospreay has punched in his rematch clause. So the rematch for the International Championship is going to be taking place on August 25th at All In, Wembley Stadium. He is, an international superstar overseas. He's He's done so much for the wrestling business around the world. So this is Will Ospreay's opportunity to get his title back in where he's comfortable wrestling the most in London, England. So one of his moments of his career, is defined in England and in Europe. So yeah, the title is on the line, and MJF is hell bent to keep the title. So this is going to be a good one. I don't know if it's going to last another hour or so, just like 2 weeks ago in Dynamite, but it's going to be a barn burner because the All In pay-per-view at Wembley Stadium, they drew 70,000 people last year. So they're hoping to do it again this year in August.
Yeah, real quickly, Norbz, well put. I think it's gonna be a great match. All In. You got the high flying Will Ospreay. England. Sorry, is he from England? England's own, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Forgive me if I'm wrong with that, but yeah, like Will Ospreay, international. How about international? Pro wrestling superstar.
Yeah.
And then you have the man with the mic skills, MJF. I believe he's the second best on the mic after The Rock. Oh no! Whoa! Stone Cold. What's wrong with me? Maybe the third. I'll give him top five. There's a lot of good people on the mic in wrestling history, right? But yeah, MJF is amazing on the mic. Also a great wrestler in his own right as well. Very technical. So I think it'd be a great match. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Norbz. Is that going to be the main event? No one knows the main event for All In, right? Coming up. Or
the main event, I think so far will be the AEW Championship between Swerve Strickland and Bryan Danielson. So I think that would be the main event.
Swerve versus Bryan Danielson. Yeah.
Swerve was part of that Blood and Guts match, and and Hangman Adam Page, you got to watch out for him because he just wants to seek revenge and want to annihilate Swerve Strickland because their feud is still hot, But
Punk's best friend,
I don't know what
Adam Page, yeah.
I mean, Hangman, I don't know what kind of factor he will put in the main event or possible main event for the title between Danielson and Strickland. I don't know what Adam Page is going to do in this match. Will he be barred from ringside? Will he be a special referee? I don't know. Anything can happen within a month, right? So that's about it.
You know what, Norbz? It was an honor to have you back on Tea Time. Ladies and gentlemen, Tea Time with Tommy Pro Wrestling is back. Tommy Lee, Norbz Cabrera, we're going to bring it. So, absolutely. Thank you for coming on, Norbz. What'd you think, man? It was a long hiatus, but it's a good thing, right?
Yeah, good thing. It's a nice return. It's a nice return. I must say that even though that... there's a lot of wrestling programs happening there, and AEW gets the brunt of all the criticism. I know that WWE fans are fairly loyal to their program.
I'm sorry, Norbz.
Yeah, exactly. There's sports entertainment fans and there's pro wrestling fans. So whatever fan you are of wrestling, just enjoy everything that you see on TV. Try not to read much on the dirt sheets out there because that will just spoil everything for you before watching the program. So try to watch the damn program and not read anything before. So that's just my advice to all fans out there. Just enjoy the wrestling programs that you see on TV and pay-per-view. So yeah, that's all there is to it.
In other words, Norbz is saying that WWE is better than AEW. So that's what
I'm not saying anything.
All right. I'm kidding.
Not saying WWE is better. Not
they're
saying
both great.
AEW is better. Just just find a common ground for everything, right?
Absolutely, Norbz. But Tea Time viewers, thank you for joining us. Norbz Cabrera, thank you for coming on. This is Norbz Cabrera. This is Tommy Lee. Pro Wrestling is back on Tea Time. Norbz and Tommy signing out. Leafs are never going to win the Stanley Cup, by the way.
Yep.
On another note, please like and subscribe our podcast, Tea Time with Tommy, or else Tommy will throw tea at you.